As domestic investigative agency, the FBI, which established that Adani and co-conspirators agreed to bribe Indian government officials to get lucrative energy contracts. It also follows an indictment at the Eastern District Court in New York by the United States prosecutors, who accused Adani and his conglomerate of involvement in corruption and conspiracy to obstruct justice. Here's that report. The arrest warrant against Adani for bribery, money laundering and fraud comes hours after an indictment of the Indian conglomerate, the Adani Group, in schemes that were fraudulently conceived according to U.S. prosecutors and involved a web of other actors, including Adani's nephew. The indictment before New York's District Court listed Gautam Adani and 7 other defendants, including Sagar Adani, Vinet Jain, Ranjit Gupta and Cyril Cabanes, as having orchestrated an elaborate scheme in order to bribe Indian government officials to secure contracts worth billions, and lying about the bribery scheme as the aid sought to raise capital from American and international investors in order to invest in energy projects. The grand jury charges also read the bribery scheme following the promise which took place between 2021 and 22, resulting into an agreement between electricity companies from 5 Indian regions, Adani and the 7 indicted promising $265 million US, equivalent to 34.4 billion Kenya shillings in bribes to get Indian government contracts. The American prosecutors said the Adanis and another executive at the Adani Green Energy, Vinet Jain, raised more than $3 billion US, equivalent to 390 billion Kenya shillings, in loans and bonds by hiding their corruption from lenders and investors. The charges further stating some conspirators referred privately to Gautam Adani, using the codenames Numero Uno or the Big Man, while Sagar Adani allegedly used his cell phone to track specifics about the bribes. The charges also state the accused conspired to pay bribes to and for the benefit of government officials to compel Indian electricity distribution companies to enter into an agreement with Solar Energy Corporation of India, owned by the Indian government, in order to retain business. Adani's indictment of a multi-million-dollar bribery and fraud scheme involving energy projects and charge for rule-breaking exposes institutional failure in undertaking extensive due diligence, the robust defense by energy CS Opio and I consequently failing to cool off public anger, as reverberations of the indicted Indian troubles spill over the Atlantic into Kenyan shores. Ayub Abdikadir, Citizen TV. After the address, members of parliament have lauded President William Ruto's decision to